Okay. All right, so for those of you who thought of what your dreams are and what you'd like to do, you now have a dream. You have it written down and you decided for it. The next step of this journey is to realize, are you worthy of this dream? Are you worthy? Do you deserve it? And do I deserve to stand up and speak in front of an audience and share this information so that I can inspire others? And I'm going to share a song with you because the reason why, when I was a little girl, the one thing that I wanted to be was a singer. And the teacher told me to think of something more realistic. And we have to realize that our dreams are given to us. And it's our dream. And it's for us to learn how to develop it and have someone who helps us to do that in that journey. But I had to learn through my own testing it out and seeing if it works. So it slowed me down a lot. But these lessons that I teach help us to move a little quicker in our journey, and knowing that what we think, what we speak, where energy goes, where energy flows, attention goes. What you speak the most, what you ask for, what you think of is what you're going to attract to yourself. So the reason why I like to begin with singing a song, because I'm still in that dream, and my goal is to sing and speak and write books and tour the world and share my story and inspire other people. So that's the goal. You have to really think of big goals, because I've done a lot of the small goals, and I realize I've already done those goals. And the bigger they are, the more you keep yourself in the practice of working towards that goal. So a lot of things are going to happen along the journey. Broken down and tired, living life in a merry-go-round. You can't fight the fighter. I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountains, gonna walk it out. Ooh, mountains, gonna walk it out. It's funny, I had that, thank you very much. When I first started teaching myself to play instruments, which was about a little more, I got now to say that my kids are about 17, 18, about 15 years ago. I'm 51 years old. I started teaching myself to play instruments when I was in my 30s, and I left the police department, and I sang at the White House, and did all these amazing things. Now it was time to do something different. So I'm just sharing this with you because I had dreams and visions, and I kept conquering them, doing them. I told myself that, I said I was going to start a music school, and I'm going to teach instruments, because now, I still had 3 children. I had to continue doing something. You don't just leave without planning, preparing things, and speaking. So, yes, I started a music school. I learned to play not only just one instrument, but everything, string, 10 instruments. My kids all play. We run a school here in Flatbush at the Junction. And now I'm a life coach, a health coach. I went through breast cancer, and cancer has taught me, kids are good. I hate to say it's what it is. True, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, because it really put me in a position to understand what's happening in the world, to create now something where I'm helping and healing people with a wellness center. I mean, because I went on a plane to Mexico to figure out how to heal my body. If I could play 10 instruments, I could figure this out. That wasn't initially what was said, but I had to really get to that place, because I said, Ruby, really? You can't fall apart now. You did too much, so let's figure this out. And that's where I'm at, and that's what I've been doing for the past few years. So now my kids, I said, y'all don't know how to teach. I'm passing this on to you guys. It's time for me to move on to other things. So I'm in the dream. So all that to say that I'm sharing that you are constantly in a dream, and we never give up on it. Again, I'm 51. You think you stop dreaming at 29, 30 because you're in a career. But how do you know that your heart is not happy, you're not satisfied? How do you know you're deserving of this dream? Because you're longing for it. Every time I went into police work, I'm walking the beat, I wasn't satisfied, I wasn't happy. It's something, I was discontent. This is what lesson 4 is talking about discontent. And this is how you know if the dream is right for you. you're not happy, discontent, and you're still longing for something. I long to sing. I said, I did it in church. You know, everyone knew who I was in the Adventist church. So I got to figure out how to do the same thing as a police officer. And I did that, and I became a household name as a police officer. A little black girl from the hood, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, got chosen to go sing at the White House for then President Bill Clinton. How does that happen? Because I spoke it. You know, and my little self, not knowing what I know now, because this particular program stumbled, you know, it didn't stumble. Things happen for a reason, and it comes into your hands or your space to say, why, like, I've been thinking about this, and here it is. So I know, I always jump on that, because I know it's the universe, God's way, whatever way that you look, the higher power way of showing you what you're supposed to be doing. And so did the health program, because now when I speak about health, you know, I'm health coach probably. So at least I have paperwork to share that. But then again, I want to encourage you guys, whatever you're good at, as long as you become really good at it, I'm going to tell you right now, that's all you need. I don't have a degree in music, and I've been making a living teaching from my music school for the past 15 years. So you know, us folks just know what you're good at. People are going to pay you for your abilities and your skills. You got to be in service of other people. You got to be able to help other people. This is how you're going to open up and activate abundance. Abundance happens, and abundance means not just necessarily the finances, but everything, your health, your relationship, abundance. What is it? Because when you are giving yourself and services to others, that's when the universe opens up. I didn't know that. These lessons taught me that, and I'm teaching it right now in another school here in Erasmus. I call it Erasmus because I grew up in this neighborhood. My brothers went to school here. But I'm teaching the same program to high schoolers, which I love because I didn't have this information. So I want them to have this information. I don't care what's happening, black, white, whatever we go through in this country. If we can think this way, which this way of thinking is not taught here, it's taught in India, in other parts of the country. They think this way, and they know that they can activate and open up their whatever it is that they want based on what they speak. And I kid you not, that's the way it's done. So if you look at the lesson, I'm going to go to exercise 1, and I just answered it. Pay attention to your longing and discontent. And you're going to jot down. Now, these lessons are blueprints, because when you're going to build a house, you don't just go say, okay, you just go walk into a house. You have a blueprint. It tells you, I want 5 rooms, how many high, how tall, what you're going to make it out of. You have a blueprint of how you create that house. You have to have a blueprint to activate and open up that space in your life to allow your dreams to happen by writing it down. Writing it down provides clarity, and now when you write it down, the universe, the higher power says, okay, oh, is that what you're asking for? Great. That's what I have. Yes, okay. When I started doing this, I vowed, because I learned, I said, okay, I got to donate my services, I got to give to others. I volunteered and worked in about maybe 5 or more schools teaching this program for free. And I'm still doing it for free. This is one of the schools. Here, with Ms. Destoon, just coming in to donate my services, because I wanted to get really good at what I was doing. And I knew that I had to get out there. And it was about sharing this message with people who are not going to hear it. And I might, suck at some times. It may not come out all the time clear, but at least you'll get what, that wasn't a nice word, right? Suck. I'm sorry. But, it may not come out right all the time, but at least those who grasp something from it can. And as I improve and as I grow and as I get better, it works. And here I am now. I have 3 schools that I'm teaching this, and I'm getting paid to do it. So I saw my son. I showed him the invoice. I go, take a look at this. Because when I first started teaching this program, I taught my children. And my ex-husband, we all say every Monday morning would meet. And thankfully, we were in a good speaking space, so I knew that I had to, good relationship, I had to come and show up and tell my boyfriend not to come today and go through this lesson. And he never missed a Monday. He would show up because he knew this was transformative. He knew that, you have really got, he knows I'm so busy bee. You've got something now. And my children would ask questions. I would see them raise their hand and become engaged. So I knew that would work for young people too in the way that I would have to deliver it. So, with that being said, we have to write things down. This is the blueprint. When we jot it down, it helps to open up the opportunity. So I was telling my son, I showed him the first invoice that I got for getting this program into a school, one of the schools that I have. And showing them, because I said, remember when mommy said she's gonna go out, and I learned it from you. I've been giving it, if you don't have it, you would like one, take my number and I'll give you, your parent here, I'll give you the lessons. You need to go over this with your children. And it's not difficult to understand. Anything you don't understand, just Google it and say to help you answer that question. But I showed them the invoice, that look, mommy's getting paid. And I started off, I had a 100 school challenge. You have these, I had a 100 school challenge. I'm gonna go to 100 schools and what's like on Facebook? And as I'm going, and that's what I did. And it was like, it was out of 100. By the time I got to like the 20th school, I was already getting schools. I was like, oh my God. God is amazing. That's, this is who I believe in. Whatever, I don't impose my views. But I was like, this is amazing. I love it. And I know this is how it works. So that's, kept moving. So that's why I play my guitar too, because I want to get better. I got better at speaking now, and then I had to work, stuff at playing the guitar and singing. I'm like, you'll be a stronger singer and player than you are a speaker. Now I've become a better speaker than I am that. So I have to combine the two of them. Very good. We're done. How many, like 2 minutes? Here we go. I'm going to finish it right now. I just want you to take a look. You have exercise 2. I said enough too. Why there's one thing you would like to, why do you believe your dream is possible for you? Exercise 3. What is holding you back? What are you angry about? You gotta release those things. It's not gonna allow things to happen for you. These 2 young ladies I knew since they were like 10 years old. I listened to them today. We were neighbors. That's how long we lived with neighbors. I'm much older than them. I know me and their mom are friends. Yeah, I think I can get away with it. Okay. So anyway, we're going to stop here, but I want you to have this. This is for you. Do not throw it away. This will change your life. I recommend that you go through this with your family. Take time if you read. I don't know if you have books that you read at home or, other things, but it's great to share with your family and go through it. You will change your life, change your thinking. And raising 3 black boys in America, me as a single mom, it's so important for me to let them know this is how it works, not what the television and the news and everything will put out there. So thank you very much.